Na sasa atakayefuata kutoa maelezo mafupi ni mwenyekiti wa Baraza la Mawaziri wa Mtangamano wa Afrika Mashariki, Balozi Dkt.Mahiga. Tumsikilize.
Wa Tanzania, ninaomba ruhusa yako niwasalimu wananchi wa Arusha kwa Kiswahili. Habari ya asubuhi, hamjambo? Pia natoa shukrani za pekee kwa balozi wa Japan kwa jitihada zake za kutumia lugha ya Kiswahili na kuwazungumza leo na kuwahutubia kwa lugha ya Kiswahili. Asante balozi. Katika Jumuiya ya Afrika Mashariki tunasema idadi yetu sisi wakazi wa jumuiya hii ni milioni 160, pengine na zaidi kidogo. Lakini wataalamu wanasema katika ulimwengu mzima wanaozungumza, kusikia na kuelewa Kiswahili tuko milioni 200. Hao ni pamoja na balozi mliomsikia leo. Kuna Wajapani wengi wanajifunza Kiswahili katika vyuo vyao. Kuna wazungu, kuna Marekani, kuna Australia, na idadi ya walimu wanaotakiwa kwenda kufundisha Kiswahili inazidi kuongezeka. Ndio maana tunasema katika Jumuiya ya Afrika ya Mashariki lazima tuwe na taasisi mahususi ya Kiswahili ambayo marais waheshimiwa na Baraza la Mawaziri wameshapitisha maamuzi, na taasisi hiyo itaanza kufanya kazi Zanzibar. Naomba mniruhusu sasa nisome hotuba niliyoandikiwa lugha ambayo wanasema ni rasmi ya Jumuiya ya Afrika Mashariki, ambayo bado ni rasmi ingawa na Kiswahili kitaingia katika utaratibu huo karibuni. Your Excellency Dr. John Pombe Joseph Magufuli, President of the United Republic of Tanzania and the Chairperson of the Summit of the East African Community Heads of State, Excellency Heads of States and Heads of Government, Honorable Ministers and Cabinet Secretaries, Ambassador Dr. Richard Sezibera, Secretary General of the East African Community, the Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable Member of the East African Legislative Assembly, His Lordship and Judge, President, Ambassadors and High Commissioners, Mr. Gabriel Nigatu, Director, Regional Resource Center, Nairobi, African Development Bank Group, Ambassador Masahiro Yoshida, Ambassador of Japan in Tanzania and the East African Community, representative of the development partners, heads of regional economic communities, distinguished invited guests, mabibi na mabwana. Your Excellencies, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you and all the distinguished invited guests to Tengeru in Arusha for this auspicious occasion on the official regional launch of the Arusha Holili Taveta Voi Road Reconstruction and Rehabilitation Project on the Tanzanian side. Your Excellencies, at the very outset, allow me to thank you for taking a strong leadership role in the realization of efficient and transformative infrastructure in this region. Your focused leadership has seen the region, against all odds, dare to commence the development of the standard gauge railways in the northern and central corridors as a replacement for the tired and inefficient narrow gauge railways. Commissioning of huge power generation infrastructure, extensive exploration of oil, gas and coal resources, and major roads investments to drive our industries and economic development. Because of your political determination to see these developments realized, many development partners and potential investors are evidently coming on board. This road, whose works you are launching today, is also part of your wider regional infrastructure priority projects for which you set a 10-year time frame commencing in 2014 at an estimated investment cost of $100 billion. Your Excellencies, the huge turnout of invited guests and the public from both sides of the border, therefore, is a clear testimony to the sustained and positive expectations on the delivery of better interconnections between our partner states and the neighboring regional economic communities to enhance trade and bring down the costs of transport in the region. Your Excellencies, as a Council of Ministers, we are committed to developing the requisite regional policy frameworks, investment and resource mobilization strategies, and plans to support the implementation of the priority infrastructure projects in railways, roads, ports, energy and pipeline transport, and to the total elimination of non-tariff barriers to trade in the region. The Council is also developing legal frameworks, especially in those targeting private sector participation in the development of infrastructure and those streamlining the operations of our road transport for heavy trucks in the area. The Council notes that the vehicle load control has been fully assented by the partner states, and at the 33rd Ordinary Meeting held in Arusha yesterday, we adopted the supporting regulations for the Act for consideration by the Legal and the Judicial Affairs for legal input. Excellencies, it is therefore manifestly clear that the road development works that you are launching today are well within your broader regional priorities and the work that the Council is spearheading at the regional level. As a Council, we are delighted to be part of this historic occasion and assure you that the Council, through the Policy Steering Committee of the Project and Secretariat, working closely with the executing agencies of the two states, Kenya National Highways Authority and the Tanzania National Roads Authority, will ensure that the project is implemented efficiently and within time frames upon all time. Your Excellencies, before I conclude my remarks, I wish to take this opportunity to thank my fellow ministers and cabinet secretaries from the East African Community Partner States, members of the East African Legislative Assembly, whose oversight on these projects on behalf of the citizens in the region, the African Development Bank, Japan through JICA, the Chinese government, European Union, the World Bank, Department of Foreign and International Development of the United Kingdom, and the Trademark Eastern Africa, among other development partners, for co-financing these and other priority projects in the region. I wish also to thank the Preparations Committee for this elaborate function, which regional administrations, the Secretariat, and the project executing agencies of two states have undertaken and made this gathering and the attendance of their excellencies possible. Thank you very much.
Huyo ni Balozi Dkt.Mahiga akitoa maelezo mafupi kuhusiana na yale ambayo Baraza la Mawaziri wa Afrika Mashariki liliazimia, na yeye mwenyewe amezungumzia kwa kina kuhusiana na pongezi zake kwa uongozi mzima wa mtangamano huu, kwamba umejizatiti zaidi katika kuelekeza juhudi kwenye miundombinu mbalimbali ili kuona kwamba wana Afrika Mashariki wanafanikiwa katika azma yao ya kukuza uchumi na maendeleo ya eneo hili. Na amepongeza kwamba hatua hii ya leo ni mwendelezo wa hatua ya ndani ya kipindi cha miaka 10 iliyoanzishwa mwaka 2014, na hii yote ni katika kuhakikisha miradi ya miundombinu inakamilika, ambayo thamani yake ni takriban zaidi ya dola za Kimarekani 100 kwa miradi mbalimbali.